The tragedy shook not only Zambia, but the entire football world. Families waited for news that never came. Streets fell silent. Radios across the country repeated the heartbreaking reports again and again. Many people could not believe that the nation's brightest football heroes were gone in a single night. Among the players lost was Captain Godfrey Chitalu, one of the greatest footballers Zambia had ever produced. The team had carried the hopes of millions after years of building a strong generation of talent. Instead of arriving in Senegal for a World Cup qualifier, the players' journey ended in the cold waters of the Atlantic Ocean near Libreville. Back home, mourning covered the nation. Schools, churches, and football stadiums held memorials. Mothers cried for sons they had never met. Children wore the national colors in silence. It felt as if football itself had died in Zambia. But from that pain, something unforgettable happened. A new national team was rebuilt almost from nothing. Young players stepped forward carrying the weight of an entire country on their shoulders. The world expected Zambia to disappear from football for years, but the surviving spirit of the nation refused to surrender. Only months later, the rebuilt team shocked Africa by reaching the final of the 1994 Africa Cup of Nations. Though they lost the final, their courage inspired millions. The players were no longer playing only for victory, they were playing for the teammates they had lost. Nearly 2 decades later, fate created an emotional moment no one could have scripted. In 2012, Zambia national football team reached the Africa Cup of Nations final in Gabon, the same country where the crash had happened. The final was played not far from the site of the tragedy. Against all odds, Zambia won the tournament after a dramatic penalty shootout against Ivory Coast national football team. Players collapsed onto the field in tears. Coaches, fans, and even commentators struggled to speak through emotion. For many Africans, it felt bigger than football. It felt like the souls of the fallen team had finally come home. The 1993 crash remains one of the saddest moments in sports history, but Zambia's rise afterward became one of the greatest stories of courage, memory, and national unity ever seen in football.